that everything that we have is all that we need, and they sing.
Maybe I should put a top on for this video. We're gonna just pretend that this is cohesive and everything is organized. That is one of my favorite songs because truly it is our mindset that cultivates everything that we do. How we react to everything, how we move forwards, how we move backwards. Depending on how you view a certain situation is going to depend on how you respond to it. Every situation, regardless of whether you think it is good or you think it is bad, can be either. So I say this all the time, but it's like the tale of the Chinese farmer. You know, you found some wild horses, so lucky, you're so, you should be so happy. Yeah, we'll see. The next day, the son falls and breaks his leg on the wild horses. Oh no, you're so unfortunate. You should be so sad. Yeah, we'll see. The next day, the army comes and knocks on the door. We were recruiting for the war. But your son obviously has a broken leg, so we can't recruit him. So the neighbours say, oh, you're so lucky. You should be so grateful, so on, so on, so on. That's the sort of the point of the fable, the point of the story, I don't know what you would call that, is that you don't know what is good or bad. So you never truly know if something is good or bad for you. And obviously it can feel like something is really devastating in your life, something horrible happens to you. But the funny thing about life is everything that happens to us typically has a chain effect down the road. So yeah, maybe that thing was horrible. Say, let's just pull an example, you got bullied in school. Obviously, doesn't feel good, doesn't sound good, but the experience that you went through being bullied might have shaped you into the person that you are today, that is able to do the certain things that you love, or has pushed you down to a path of accepting yourself. Or maybe it hasn't, maybe it's come with other baggage, but the thing is, we don't realize later down the line what those experiences will mean for us. And the same goes for positive experiences. Something really great could have happened, but we don't know actually that great thing that happened stopped you from an even greater thing, or it diverted you from something else you were supposed to see and acknowledge. So if we can shift our perspective on the mundane things and the more extreme things to looking at these events with a more positive lens, outlining what good we can see in the event, what good we can see in the other person, even if they did something bad, even if you think they did something out of malice, can we see from their side the good that they were trying to do? They were trying to protect themselves. They were trying to protect themselves. They were trying to protect someone close to them. Whether they did it in the right way or said the right things is another story, but we can only control our side. We can only control our perception. And that floods into all aspects of our life, how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive our abilities, how we perceive our confidence. All of these perceptions that we hold upon ourselves, which are often negative because we are so self-critical. We are wired to be self-reflective and self-critical, especially in this day and age, with the copious amount of media and content that we can use to compare ourselves and belittle ourselves and put ourselves into a box that is worse than all these other things, and external sources that make us doubt our capabilities. But in a sense, doubt and fear, particularly of judgment or having a perception of ourselves that we are not capable, that we can't do, or that we weren't meant to, etc., 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 is literally a completely destructive and harmful thought. Because why not believe and bet on ourselves? And the scary part is, well, if I say that I believe in myself, if I say that I have faith in myself, that I trust myself, that I can do this, and then I don't, which is often, I think, the part that trips us up, and then I can't achieve it, or I don't achieve it, then wow, I'm so embarrassing, I'm such a failure. But what is more embarrassing, doing something and trying because you wanted to do it and you wanted to see if you could succeed, or you wanted to express something, you wanted to be truthful to yourself, or not doing it all because you were scared. And when you think of it like that, it's so much more embarrassing to not do the thing because you were worried of other people's perceptions, or you were worried of failing, you were worried of letting yourself down, when actually you never even tried. So you don't even know. So it makes completely no sense to believe that thought pattern, to entertain that thought pattern. I don't know. It's something that I struggle with still, but when I listen to music like this, it reminds me the way I think, the way I talk to myself, the things I believe and the things that you believe, they shape the way we interact with the world so powerfully. Just believing that you can do it, or even just believing that it's okay to fail, that I can do this thing and not be the best and be successful, and people can laugh at me, and it doesn't matter because I'm doing something that I believe is worthy of doing. Makes everything so much easier, when instead of thinking I can't do it, people are going to laugh at me, people are going to this, people are going to whatever. At the end of the day, we've all got one life, and I don't know if I feel like there is this shift in society, in our generation. I don't know, or maybe it's just that we have more access to talking to each other, to express thoughts to each other through social media, that I'm seeing more of this thought process. And I always thought I was alone in this thought, in the way I've always thought I was alone in the way I thought about life, like very deeply and sort of like philosophically, and I share it with my brother, but a lot of people, it was like too much. They don't want to talk about it. They think it's a bit weird. And so seeing people speak about it online and other people resonating with it has been a real push for me to want to share my own thoughts. And this video was pretty all over the place, to be fair, and I don't know if I even came to a conclusion. But yeah, I believe that I have something valuable to share. And I think that you, if you're watching this and you've got this far, you probably also do too. So maybe it's a sign to put your output out there into the world, because what have you got to lose? And take a bet on yourself. Maybe it's not doing this. Maybe it's something else if you're watching this for motivation. Take a bet on yourself, because no one else is going to take a bet on you. So why not? You literally only have one life. And I think when we confront this idea of mortality, everything becomes a whole lot easier. It's easier to give ourselves excuses in the moment, but when we realize, oh wait, I'm literally gonna die, you think, okay, why would I not give myself this chance to experience life fully, to do the things I truly am interested in doing or sharing? Yeah. That's my 2 cents from me anyway. Let me know in the comments if any thoughts on the topic, or anything you'd like me to speak about or go over more. Yeah. Thanks for watching. and love you. Be well, be safe, speak kindly to yourself, and go do that thing.